Breaking news, guys. Home prices in Florida are dropping. Okay, I know. If you live in Florida, you probably already know this, so maybe it's not breaking news. The question people really want to know is, how much further are home prices in Florida gonna fall? When are they gonna find a bottom and rebound and possibly start rising again? Well, let's start with where we are right now before we look at the future. I've got Zillow data right here in front of me, and according to their estimate, the median home value for the state of Florida has dropped by around 5% over the past year. And the median, as you probably know, is the midpoint for the real estate market. So the median price right now in Florida is about $378,000. That means half of all homes are priced above 378K, and the other half are priced below that. So that just kind of gives us a sense of where the market is right now in terms of prices. And again, like I said, prices have fallen by 5% over the past year. When you drill down to individual cities and metro areas in Florida, we're seeing even bigger price declines and more price erosion, especially in places like Cape Coral, where prices are down by more than 7% year over year. So getting back to the question you really want to know, how long is this going to go on, this downturn in prices? Is Florida no longer a good place to invest in real estate? Nobody has a crystal ball. No one can predict future home price trends, despite what all these articles, on the internet tell you, forecasts and predictions. It's an educated guess, nothing more. So what's going on right now is two things. We have a lot of supply in Florida. I just did a video about how much supply there is. There's more homes on the market, and that means sellers have to be more flexible and willing to reduce their prices, what we call price reductions. So that puts downward pressure on prices. There's more homes for sellers to compete with. At the same time, economic factors and higher home values overall have reduced demand among buyers. Sure, prices are dropping now, but let's not forget that during 2020 to 2022, the pandemic era, prices skyrocketed across Florida. So they have declined a bit over the past year, but they are still higher than they were 5 to 6 years ago because of that pandemic run-up in prices. So there's a lot happening here. We have less demand, we have more supply. That tilts the scales and makes prices drop. Best guess, I would say maybe mid-2026, we might see deceleration in price declines, meaning prices are dropping quickly. They might start slowing down as we get into the first quarter of 2026. Maybe by the middle of next year, prices might flatten out. Beyond that, it's hard to say, but they'll probably start rising again at a very gradual pace, because this market, state of Florida, is going through a big price correction right now, and that could go on for a while longer. So do your research, and remember, conditions differ significantly at the local level. I'm talking about statewide price trends here, but you really need to be concerned with what's going on in the area where you plan to buy a home or invest in a home, or if you're a homeowner, if you're planning to sell, you need to know what's happening in your local area. So do your research. You can find home price data and trends all over the internet. Be sure to include your city name, find out what's going on over the past year, and then I'll give you kind of a sense of how it might play out going forward. But again, if I was to offer a home price forecast for the state of Florida, I would say prices are going to continue to fall. They have more room to fall. The demand isn't there as much as it was before, and there's a ton of supply in Florida, and that's really pushing prices down. This could go on. If mortgage rates drop significantly, which is not expected, we could see more demand come into the market, and that might put upward pressure on prices again. But I would say don't expect much until middle of next year, maybe beyond that, where prices will remain flat for a while and possibly start inching upward again sometime later in 2026. Best guess, don't bank on it. No one can predict the future, okay? If you like this report and you want to receive more detailed analysis in your inbox every week, sign up for Florida Housing Weekly. All right, I'll put a link in the description for this video. It's my own personal newsletter. I'm a real estate analyst with 20 years of experience, and every week I deliver real estate market news that matters for the state of Florida, all the major cities and metro areas, and these are exclusive insights you won't find anywhere else. So check the link in the description for Florida Housing Weekly. Sign up, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.